That's mostly just for the audio purposes, which I actually need to catch up on because I have not been doing that.
Oh yeah. Okay, so we're actually live, so I can play the thing.
Go for it.
Hello.
What's going on, everyone? You know what this is. It's episode 28. We're going to get right into it. Nathan, take it away.
Okay. Thanks for the warning there.
That's called an intro. You roll the music, fade it out, and boom.
All right. Well, what do we want to discuss first? I guess we'll go ahead and get the Google Twitch stuff out of the way.
Twitch 2.
So, about an hour ago, Variety said that Google had bought Twitch for $1 billion. Who did that? Props to it, I gotta say. Very quickly, Wall Street Journal, which has been very good at tech news and that over the past few years, wrote an article basically refuting it all, saying that they are talking, it probably is going to happen, but it's not done. That it will probably close soon, but it's not done. It's not actually done yet.
Basically, someone from the meeting room tweeted a bit early, and the internet exploded.
Yeah. Somebody got paid to leak something, and yeah. That's what happened. The interesting thing is that now that this all went public, might change something. As far as the concept of this, for consumers, it'll probably be a good thing. YouTube and Twitch are already the #1 used services in their respective markets, and I do believe that both of them could help each other and give us better services in the future.
So either good for both of them or bad for both of them?
I think it'd be good for both of them because there's things like, for example, YouTube live streams, in my opinion, are superior to Twitch. I've never had any trouble with a YouTube live stream, but I've had trouble with Twitch live streams in the past. Not often, but it happens. So the fact that Google would be able to share that technology with Twitch and then vice versa, because there are some things that Twitch does which is nicer. For example, comment systems on live, like Twitch's comment system on live videos is 1,000 times better than YouTube's, which uses just YouTube's standard comment system on a live video, which is terrible.
And doesn't make sense at all.
So I think there's a lot that the two of them, could give each other. I would kind of hope that they would keep them separate and not integrate them and just share technology, because they are very separate brands, and I do feel that they should stay that way.
That they would almost have to, I think, because Twitch is such a huge brand. If they had bought Twitch like a couple of years ago, they might have been able to kind of scurry it into YouTube and just call it YouTube live stream or YouTube Live.
Yeah.
But at this point, I don't think there's any way they can get rid of the Twitch branding. At least not in the near future. It's just so huge now.
Well, and even then, I think $1 billion, assuming that is the price, personally, I think that's a bargain. And that was my phone, I apologize. $1 billion, I really do think it,
especially
it's a bargain, because, when those numbers came out about a month ago showing, how much bandwidth each, like certain companies use in the internet, Netflix was 1, Google was #2, Apple was 3, and then Twitch was 4. Twitch was in front of Facebook with 2% of all of the traffic on the entire internet. That's going to go up. Esports is getting more and more popular. the next gen consoles have Twitch built into them. More and more people are streaming. It's gonna go up. So I look at 1 billion. I think that's a bargain. I think if this deal was done in a year or two, it might have been 3, 4, maybe even 5 billion, maybe even more, if Google waited a couple more years. I think Google's getting one hell of a discount right now.
Considering that what it was Apple rumored to be buying Beats Music for, wasn't that like several billion?
Yeah, plus seats on the board.
That just seems absurd.
3.2 billion, and Dr. Dre and the other head of Beats were both going to get seats on the Apple board.
That sounds like a disaster.
Well, I don't think it would really do that much, but yeah, 3.2 billion for Beats. But then again, that's also, it's also a physical company that makes incredibly overpriced headphones that nobody should buy. But,
Yeah.
That's why it's perfect for Apple, because they make incredibly overpriced phones and products that nobody should buy. It's a match made in heaven. It truly is. I mean, when that was announced, I was like, this is perfect. Overpriced laptops and computers that nobody should buy, now with overpriced headphones that nobody should buy.
Exclusively in white.
It was way too much goddamn money.
The biggest problem I see with this whole TwitchTube thing, or UTwitch, or whatever we call it now, is YouTube has got...
Twitch would be a very, very bad name.
Yes, it would.
UTwitch.
The problem with this is the whole content ID debacle that YouTube is still forcing down everyone's throats, even though no one wants it. And a lot of the content ID stuff was around video game streams. So are we now going to see a landslide of content ID and demonetization of Let's Plays and esports things on Twitch? If this actually becomes a thing?
No. League of Legends.
No, I don't think I don't think that you'd have that happen. For one, content ID on live streams is very, very difficult. Once a video is uploaded, it's actually very easy for them to very quickly go through that, and find something. It's very easy. But
does archive, well, they changed it a little bit now, but Twitch does sort of auto-archive.
Yeah, it does. The best example that I can give was GTA 5. When, GTA 5 got leaked, like a week earlier or two, and a lot of people were streaming. And eventually what Rockstar had Twitch do was just automatically take down any stream that had Grand Theft Auto 5 in the title or in the description. So it was very easy. So if you put up a stream with GTA 5, it was taken down. And it made sense because Rockstar didn't want people doing it. But very quickly what people started doing
was call it GTA 4.
Actually, a lot of people just put random, bashing on the keyboard and just putting random things. But because of the way Twitch works, once enough people watched the stream, it was on the main page. One person found it, it got posted on Reddit, bam, it was everywhere.
Yeah.
And and I watched a lot of them. And I watched a few streams I watched one stream that said Call of Duty 4 stream, and it was GTA 5. And I was like, I think the guy did that just let's go as far away as possible. And I heard of one stream that supposedly was under the name My Little Pony, like some My Little Pony game that he did it on. Now that one got taken down because somebody evidently, I guess a parent actually found it. I don't know if this is true. I heard on Reddit, but supposedly somebody, like a parent or somebody, and they reported the channel for not being that and for being adult content on a kid's channel.
Should have put under Bejeweled.
Oh God, I should do that. I'll put under Flappy Bird and just I'll put GTA and I'll just keep killing seagulls over and over and over again.
Put under Candy Crush.
There you go. But I don't see the content ID bullshit happening there, and basically the content ID bullshit, it is bullshit, and it sucks that Google does it, But basically, it's just them covering their ass, and
Very well.
yeah, they're covering their ass well, and everybody that uses the service is getting fucked. But you know what? I'm sorry to the people that to the people that can legitimately make a living on YouTube. Awesome, but it's great that you can do that, but you're not going to be able to do that to the rest of your life unless you're making a ridiculous amount of money and you can turn it into a company. Like, for example, I can toss out Epic Mealtime that did turn it into a company and did make a ton of money off of it. But, a lot of these people are being all your money is being made from his ads. Unless you get enough views, do it for fun. Do it for fun. Don't do it for money. If you want to do it for money, get a job at a company doing it.
Except when YouTube removes your channel because of content ID strikes, which did happen.
I'm not trying to be a dick. I think content ID is terrible. I think it's a stupid system. I think it's really messed up. But at the same time, I don't really agree with these people, getting pissed about, oh, I want to, your job is YouTube. I kind of look at a lot of those people and I want to say just get a real job. And obviously this is to the people who are, just starting now, not the people who have been around, for years now.
The other thing is how you do your YouTube Let's Play things. The people that just upload pure gameplay and with no commentary whatsoever and just upload hours of just pure gameplay and get mad that they can't make money off that, I don't know. That's more like longplays.net. You just upload that because you like playing the game and you're really good at it, so you just upload it for other people to watch.
Yeah.
It's a free service. You shouldn't be making money off just playing a game.
And I'll admit, one of the biggest reasons why I am very hateful towards a lot of people on YouTube is basically because of Grand Theft Auto 5. The amount of shit that is uploaded to YouTube from GTA 5 every day is disgusting. If you search how to make money in GTA Online, you will literally find over 1,000 videos of the same shit, just copy and pasted, done by somebody else. They all use the same font. They all use the same graphics. Hell, half of them just rip the video and put it up on their own channel and claim that it's theirs.
This happens every GTA game. Is this surprising?
No, it's never happened before. It's only been this one. But then again, when you look at GTA 4, came out in 2008. So, we didn't have this gaming YouTube community, back when 4 came out that we do now. But I mean, it's just fucking ridiculous. Some of the shit that I have seen on YouTube, it makes me just want to just, like I've posted it. The scene at the end of Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, where they go down the list and they beat the crap out of every person who said crap about about their movie on the internet. I see these idiots on YouTube, and it really makes me want to do it. And just today, actually just a few minutes ago, somebody posted on the Grand Theft Auto 5 Reddit, because a lot of us talk about this and how idiotic these people are. To prove my point, this was a video uploaded today that somebody posted a screenshot of on r/GTA 5, or Grand Theft Auto 5.
That person needs to have his YouTube account removed.
So this is the shit that is on every GTA 5. Hey, subscribe to my site. Oh, if you like it, I'll give away a car. Oh, I'll give away Franklin's Buffalo. I'll mod your game for you. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to hit like, subscribe. Thank you.
Yeah.
That is literally every single video of GTA 5. It is disgusting. And for that reason, I've been really pissed off with basically everyone on YouTube, pretty much since October.
There are definitely a lot of really bad, crappy people on YouTube that have no business being on YouTube.
Yeah, and for some reason, they're all making GTA 5 videos. I haven't even looked up Call of Duty, but I'm assuming it's 1,000 times worse.
Yeah. Duh.
I'm afraid to look. I might literally punch my fist through the computer if I look.
Just imagine when Watchdogs comes out.
Oh God.
I think
Oh,
Minecraft.
I have no doubt Watchdogs will be just as bad as GTA. No doubt. No doubt at all.
That's pretty up there too, actually. Minecraft definitely falls into the same category of these things.
Oh yeah, Ever's what? I can never remember the name. VGHCast. Is that
Yeah.
the ones that made it big on Minecraft?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
ever since them, that's like now the thing to do on YouTube to make money. Make Minecraft videos. Make Minecraft videos and you're rich. That's like what everyone thinks now.
Hey, Calvin, you gave up. Come on. You put out that one video. You could be rich right now.
Yep. Silly me. All I had to do was film myself constructing a giant penis, and I would have made millions.
So
I
the
would have
guy
done.
who
Wait,
posted,
are you still talking about Minecraft or Call of Duty?
Both.
So to prove my point, the guy that did that rape the like button, his name is Sir Weed.
Of course.
Classy.
And, of course, in the description, let's get this, to 1,000 likes, +1 my Google account, subscribe, follow me on Twitter,
Google account.
other Beast GTA 5 YouTubers, and of course, the title of the video is all in caps because, it has to be to get the point across.
Oh yeah, emphasis.
And, a bunch of tanks, or not a bunch of tags that don't mean anything, that have nothing to do with the video.
MLG,
And
Pro,
he calls it a glitch and a hack, even though it's not, and it doesn't even actually work if you try to do it. But 1 million likes, unlimited money glitch after hotfix.
Tag, Call of Duty, Pro, MLG, boobs, nude.
There was one point where I just did a Google search, and I'm gonna do it again real quick. GTA Online money. I don't remember, but there's certain things that if you search, you will get pages of YouTube videos. And this is actually when I searched GTA Online Fast Money. Just on the first page, there are 5 videos.
Yeah, I got 720,000 results in the YouTube search.
I didn't even think to go straight to YouTube, but I
720,000 results.
just searching for GTA Online money, 360,000.
Wow.
And I'm seeing a lot of videos are literally just copy and pasted onto different channels.
And just for fun, I'm gonna do upload date. So how many videos have? Okay, so right here, just for fun, I'm gonna even. Well, I won't link it because you won't be able to see it. So here's the exact same video. All these videos are the exact same thing. Unlimited solo, unlimited money glitch. 23 minutes ago, 45 minutes ago, 48 minutes ago, 48 minutes, 50 minutes, 51, 51, 53, 55, 57, 59, 58. 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour, 1, 1,
Let
1.
me
And now I'm at the end of page 1. So that was 20 videos that have all been uploaded in the last hour, all showing the exact same thing.
There are 12,900 GTA Money videos uploaded just today. 12,000.
12,000 or 1,200?
12,000.
So who is the person that uploaded the original video that now all of these people...
It'll probably be impossible to ever find out.
Things like this are why I'm ashamed to call myself a gamer.
Yeah.
Well, I don't call myself a Let's Player, so that's fine.
Just out of sheer curiosity, though, I am curious to see if there is actually a new money glitch.
Oh, crap, Nathan.
Except I'm gonna go to Seven Sins where instead of YouTube, so because fucking YouTube. I mean, just Calvin. Calvin, the 12,000 videos uploaded today with GTA Online money. It absolutely just proves the point. I mean, it's disgusting. It is absolutely disgusting.
YouTube is the best place and the worst place.
Oh my.
I will agree with that statement.
There are 5 million Minecraft Let's Play videos.
Is anyone surprised at that fact?
No.
No.
I thought it would be more.
Well, that's searching Minecraft Let's Play.
That's true.
Those 3 specific words have to be in the title. If you search Minecraft, I don't want to know how. Okay, I kind of want to know how many.
14 billion.
47 million.
Wow.
There is actually evidently a glitch to make yourself topless in GTA Online. Why does that even fucking exist?
What?
Of course there is.
Actually, yeah. Why am I surprised that that exists? Actually, why am I actually surprised?
And how many thousands of videos are there on this glitch?
20.
Oh man.
So in other absolutely ludicrous, embarrassing, crappy, but also kind of good news, we're going to talk about the Xbox Kinect.
I'm still trying to get over YouTube right now. Just burn it down. Just burn it down. We gotta just start over from the beginning again. And the number one thing that does worry me is I have been very worried that Twitch is going to turn into YouTube because the next-gen consoles have, or the current-gen consoles have Twitch built in. As far as I can tell, that has not happened yet. Hopefully it never will.
Yeah,
I swear to God, if I go to Twitch one day and see the entire front page filled with, I'm showing you how to glitch GTA 5, I will find the master control for the internet and destroy it.
Yeah, but Google Skynet, you'll never win. The T-1000s will strike you down before you can leave.
Away. In the future, I will send a T-800 back to stop this. That is the reason why we sent the T-800 back.
Where's John Connor?
Stop Skynet, it's to stop YouTube.
We must.
That's what the new Terminator movie is about that's coming out next year.
Going back to destroy YouTube. Somebody please make a parody film of that.
That would be
I really want to do this now, actually.
that would be the greatest idea ever.
Sending a Terminator back to destroy YouTube from ever being created.
One of us, I don't think any of us could do that, so one of us needs to pitch the right person with this idea so it happens.
Oh, God.
Uh,
Alright, so moving on to other terrible things and people who are douchebags. Ubisoft.
Oh.
Ubisoft finally got caught out in all their lies about Watchdogs. And they finally came clean. So Watchdogs runs at 30 frames per second on both the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, which is something I've been saying for a really long time and nobody believed me. And 900p on the PS4 and 792p on the Xbox One.
Fuck it.
See, at this point, I am not so crazy about the resolution bit because I'm still gaming on 1600 by 900 monitors. So the resolution thing doesn't bug me as much, but 30 frames per second, really?
Fuck it.
I've been calling it for the longest time because open world games, they're incredibly processor and GPU intensive, and Watch Dogs has so much crap crammed into it. There's so much stuff crammed into it that's always happening. It's not like GTA where, when you're just walking around, you're just walking around. In Watch Dogs, you're walking around and that phone is, you're constantly monitoring everybody next to you. That's going to take a lot, out of the system. And, so many people were saying it's 60, and I just was laughing because I knew it wasn't going to happen. If I was wrong, I would say I was wrong. But I was 99% sure that this game was never going to hit 30 frames per second, never going to hit 60. And as it is, I don't think anyone who buys the PC game will hit 60 either, so you shouldn't feel bad.
not unless you happen to have
supposed to run it in the first place.
Unless you have a gaming PC that is hooked up directly to the LHC.
We need a nuclear explosion to power our computer to play Watch Dogs. I'm still looking forward to acquiring it and seeing how shitty it runs on my computer.
Oh yeah,
City, and
definitely.
I'll actually go buy it, but I doubt it, really.
Well, I have all the specs except for the processor. I am lacking
Yeah, same.
the processor that it requires to run. Everything else, I am far and away what it needs.
Right.
You know, within 5 years, I think we're going to see a requirement. Requires liquid nitrogen cooled 16-core processor.
Yep.
Uh,
I give it 3 years.
no, see, that's going to be the next console jump, aka PCs hooked up to TVs.
But here's what I find really, really sad. So, the PC system requirements are about 2 times that of the PS4. The PS4 can only run it at 30 frames per second at 900p. So the PC requirements are this much higher. Okay. But we don't actually know what it runs at those requirements.
That's going to be very interesting.
I'm looking forward to seeing. I'm really, really looking forward. I'm going to be looking on the Steam forums. I'm going to be looking on any official forums and GameFAQs and some other ones because I'm really, really, really curious to see what happens when this game comes out on the PC. Because I'd love to see someone who exceeds the recommended requirements, which is very possible. You know, people with ridiculous amounts of money that have a 4 gig video card, and the top of the line i7s. But I'm really, really curious to see one of these guys try and run it at 1080 and they can't get 60 FPS consistent.
Ubisoft just needs to shut up about Watchdogs, because the more and more I hear about it, I don't think I could like it less than a rent. The only thing less than a rent would be just flat out don't even bother.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that they lied was bad. And, I mean, it's like they delayed it. It's like, we're delaying it to make it better. No, you're delaying it because GTA 5 made $1 billion in a day. But now we're coming to this, and do I think it's going to bomb? No. But I think a lot of people might not necessarily get it at launch. I think, a lot of PC gamers, because of the insane requirements, probably have just decided, Steam sale this summer, winter, I'll upgrade my computer before then. There's still not that many of the next gen consoles. I mean, if that's how it's running on the new consoles, oh god, I don't even want to see it running on the old ones.
Well, we already had a few glimpses of how terrible it was going to look on
the PS3, and it looked bad.
So
10 frames per second?
No, it was 30, but the texture quality was just horrendous.
Absolute shit.
Yeah, it was
about Halo 2 quality.
It kind of reminded me of like a PS2 game.
I'd say it would be above. It was above San Andreas, but below GTA 4. And GTA 4 looked like shit. I love that game, but it looked like shit.
So if it has PS2 graphics, then it would be knack.
Essentially.
I mean, I just looked at, and that gameplay footage that I posted in the group, I did go and watch that. I watched about 5 minutes of that. And granted, this was off of a stream, off of a capture card, so it's been really badly degraded. But, when I was looking at it, I was like, gameplay aside, graphics-wise, I was looking at it, and I'm like, GTA 5 looks better than this, and this looks like it's on a PS4. And that's going to be sad. If GTA 5 looks better than Watchdogs on the older console, that's going to be bad.
So that's what happens when you obsessively optimize for a specific console.
Yeah. I mean, the best thing, I think the not the best thing, but the most hilarious thing that could happen right now, Rockstar announces GTA 5 for PS4 and Xbox One to be released the day of E3. Obviously, it's not going to happen, but if Rockstar did that right now, every Watch Dogs pre-order gets canceled.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's exactly what I was thinking when you said that. Like, how many people will just say, screw Watch Dogs, I'm getting GTA?
Yeah. It's like, me and John were even talking this morning, and I said flat out, if that Rockstar game coming next year, if that is a port of GTA 5, oh yeah, absolutely, I will go get a next-gen console for that, assuming that I can transfer, my online characters. Because assuming, they upgrade the system, most likely to be up to 1080 and maybe, higher frame rate. And my computer probably won't be able to play it when the PC version does come out, so I won't mind playing it on a console again. Ubisoft, quit being dicks. Go release a sequel to Blood Dragon.
Yes, instead of giving us Far Cry, whatever it is, Far Cry Willy Wonka.
that was a very hilarious Photoshop. Yeah, Far Cry 4 got announced. It's
right after they said that The Division got delayed.
Well,
so they're doing the Nintendo tactic of, oh, here's some bad news. Oh, look, shiny new game.
Far Cry 4 is set in a fictional region of the Himalayas that is governed by a self-appointed king. Evidently, it has nothing to do with Far Cry 3. The name, because what else is new? Let's see. Well, I guess if you pre-order it, you get to see a character from Far Cry 3. And that's it. It's coming out November 18th, because let's hurry it out as quickly as possible for the PS3, PS4, Windows PC, 360, and Xbox One.
Wait. The pre-order bonus is a cameo?
The pre-order bonus, pre-order customers who have played Far Cry 3 will see a familiar face, Herc. He will appear in 3 single-player missions collectively known as Herc's Redemption, which are a pre-order bonus for the limited edition of Far Cry 4. All pre-orders are automatically upgraded to the limited edition. The Herc missions comes with his harpoon gun, the Impaler.
That's what Sucker Punch did with Infamous Second Son. If you pre-order and got the limited edition, you got the Cole McGrath sequel, tie-in, whatever missions.
Yeah, pre-order douchiness. What else is new?
I still have that somewhere. Not redeemed, I think.
And the thing that really ticked me off about Sucker Punch doing that is they said they had no plans to release it as paid DLC later.
Yeah, whatever. I was actually just going to say, wait anywhere between 3 to 6 months. That anytime they say that, it'll go out the window.
Yeah.
Yeah, I learned that the hard way. Twice. And then the last thing that Yumi said is that The Division was delayed until 2015, to which anyone who actually paid attention to that game pretty much knew that was coming anyway.
Yeah.
Well, what?
I haven't redeemed this in so long that the code is starting to fade. I should probably use this.
Yeah, you might want to.
Before I can't see it anymore.
Yeah, at least take a picture of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so The Division was delayed until 2015. That was the official statement. And then unofficially, from a couple of the high-up people in the dev team, said that 2015 is a hopeful release date, and it will be ready when it's done. So evidently Ubisoft, when they showed this off last year at E3, evidently that's all that was done of the game, was what we saw at E3.
Well, that's not surprising. Their scope is so huge.
Well, and that's all they showed, was that, and then it was nothing.
And we haven't seen really a single thing since then. We've seen a couple tech demos of the engine, but that's been it. And even the tech demos of the engine have just shown us what we've already seen.
Yeah, that was basically they have the idea for the game. They go through all this work to create this really cool looking vertical slice, and then they actually start working on the game. So they have this vertical slice that they can show people and say, "Oh, cool, new game coming," and then they go back to work and go, "Okay, I suppose we should actually start making this game now."
Unless something goes bad or they decide to change direction, I think they could hit 2015. Late 2015, obviously, the holidays. But that'd be a good extra 2 years from when it was announced, and we were assuming they already put at least a good year into it before that. So regardless, it's still exciting and still really looking forward to it. And now, by the time it comes out, I'll definitely have a next-gen console to play it on. So there's that.
So just rush out Watchdogs, since it's going to suck anyway, and forget Assassin's Creed, whatever it's called, and just focus all efforts on the Division. That's fine.
And sequel to Blood Dragon.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to clarify now from the beginning. Screw Far Cry 4. Just release Blood Dragon 2.
Yes. Screw Far Cry 4, Blood Dragon 2. And then Blood Dragon 3 and Blood Dragon 4. That way we get 15 hours.
Yes.
I will still say that was the best 5 hours of a game I think I've ever played.
Well, that's the thing. $15. I mean, yeah, just release a whole bunch of those.
I mean, considering you can beat Call of Duty in about 6 hours and it costs $60.
Well, if you buy Call of Duty for single player, you're doing it wrong.
That is very.
I guess if you buy Battlefield 4 for $60, well, then you really don't get your money because you can't actually play the game.
Hey, apparently they finally figured out how to fix the netcode.
Oh, well, all the people that pre-ordered it a year ago can be happy now.
Yeah, the 5 people still playing that game who haven't jumped ship to Titanfall.
Yeah.
Speaking of Titanfall, evidently they dropped Capture the Flag and Pilot Hunter from the PC version of the game because there were so few people playing them that people were waiting for incredibly long times to find a match.
If I'm not mistaken, I saw that through Stacy Conley. I saw a post that. It's like, why would they drop that?
Basically, nobody could find a match because it uses matchmaking instead of a server browser because they basically just ported the Xbox One version to the PC. In fact, the proof that they ported it is the fact that when it searches for a match, it actually says getting information from Xbox Live Services.
Yeah.
I have yet to screen cap that, but it does say it.
It says it's very brief.
Yeah, you have like a grand total of maybe 3 or 4 seconds to get it while it's there. But it does say it. Now, Calvin thought I was crazy when I first said it, and then he eventually saw it.
Yeah, I eventually saw it.
You just have to record your screen and then go through it frame by frame until you find it.
Yep. But, I guess, they just decided to take them out. They're still in the variety packs, but you can't go directly into them. As far as Capture the Flag goes, I don't really blame people for not playing that mode. We tried it out a couple times, and we liked it the first couple times we did it. When we tried to go back into it later, it was just not enjoyable. Every time we played against other people, what ended up happening was their entire team would have the burn cards for either being invisible or being able to see through walls, and it was just not fun. I mean, just if they were invisible, if they were using the invisible cards, then well, you couldn't see them. And if they were using the see-through walls, like me and a couple of people, we would try to defend our flag, but because they could see through the walls, they knew exactly where we were, and we didn't know where they were. Obviously, we could have used these burn cards too, but not everyone on our team had them.
Yeah, it would always be a one-sided match because there's always who had the best burn cards.
Yeah, I Capture the Flag. I don't think there was any other mode in the game that comes down to burn cards as much as that one. And if you have the right burn cards and your whole team has them, that's basically it. You're done.
Yeah, a couple Atlas refurb or equivalent cards, and you just get steamrolled immediately.
Yeah, it was definitely. I think that match was basically our worst experience on Titanfall yet.
So when is EA going to start offering burn cards as microtransactions?
They said
never will.
They said never.
And that's a good thing because me and Calvin would spend way too much money on them.
I'd be in.
This is why these things exist.
But it was like, if they put one out that said guaranteed 5 rare burn cards for $10, fuck it, sold. Give me my Atlas refurbs.
I would have to have a friend uninstall the game from my computer for me before I go in debt.
And then delete it from my account.
So, Calvin, have you tried the new maps yet? Have you been on at all?
No, I haven't had free time in a long time.
So unfortunately, neither one of us will be able to say anything about the new maps.
They look cool. I saw photos.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really, really excited for them. Unfortunately, my girlfriend was in the hospital this weekend having her gallbladder removed, so the game wasn't really that important.
Right. Believe it or not, there are things more important than video games.
I know she's looking forward to it, so hopefully we'll get some impressions on this weekend.
Hopefully I'll not be coding this weekend. We'll see.
Alright, so let's go ahead and get Nintendo done here. Mario Kart 8 is getting amazing reviews.
You said Mario Kart?
Mario Kart 8 is getting amazing reviews, except for the stupid battle mode, which they completely ruined now.
How'd they ruin it?
Yeah, I guess I missed that. I haven't read anything about battle mode.
In Mario Kart 8, battle mode now takes place on the actual racetracks instead of an arena.
Wait, you're telling me you have an entire racetrack to shoot at each other and knock out balloons and collect coins instead of an arena?
Yes.
That
So
doesn't even make sense.
you spend the entire match driving around this really long racetrack trying to find each other to actually shoot the shells and knock balloons out of.
That's
Yeah, like that.
incredibly stupid. They have two different forms of versus mode. What?
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't even make sense. If you're going to do that, you just do a versus race.
Exactly. Except in battle mode, you can drive backwards. You know, and you can drive in the course backwards.
And you have limited hits since it's battle mode, assuming they still use the balloons. That's a retarded idea.
Well, and the other thing they changed is it's no longer whoever loses their balloons first. Now it's a point system.
What?
So how many balloons you knock out, you get a point. Plus the number of balloons.
What happens in versus mode when you get certain places? You get points.
Yeah, so they basically turned battle.
So basically, the only way to win battle is to actually knock out balloons. So if I want to just camp and keep my 3 balloons and hide in a corner where nobody kills me, I can't win.
Exactly.
Right. But now you're playing on a giant track, so it's like playing Battlefield with 4 people. Good luck finding anyone.
Okay, so no one is going to play battle mode in Mario Kart 8. We'll just get that out of the way.
That is highly disappointing.
That sounds just so incredibly stupid.
You didn't have the resources to make arenas?
I know, because battle mode was like one of my
Let's
favorite.
port the frickin' Block Fortress from the DS version.
My favorite map was the Block Fortress.
And call it a day. That's the only map you needed to include.
I love
I don't
that.
know anybody ever played anyway, so...
I would play that map for hours.
I mean, what was the other one? That Bowser's Fortress where we all just fucking fell into the lava and died?
No, what they should have done is ported over the GameCube map from Double Dash.
What was that one?
It was just a flat box with walls.
That's hateful.
Yeah, yes.
The DS version has some great battle maps.
Hype Plasma.
You play on an actual Nintendo DS where you can drive off the side of it.
No, see the
map is
Double Dash,
It's really bad.
the Double Dash, the
They
game.
could have brought that map back. They could have done it with the Wii U gamepad.
Exactly.
Just do the Wii U gamepad as the Nintendo DS map.
Yeah,
And there was another one. There was one on the beach. There, like the water went up and down. The Nintendo DS had some really great battle maps.
Horrible race maps, but great battle maps.
Yeah, a lot of the race maps were pretty bad. I'm still pissed that Mario Kart 8 is not coming out to the 3DS. Now that the reason has been explained to me, I get it, but I think it's a huge mistake on the part of Nintendo.
Well, now that I see Mario Kart 8 getting amazing reviews, I really wish I could play it.
Same here.
Yeah, the actual racing part of it definitely sounds good. I'm still my favorite Mario Kart is still Double Dash and will always be Double Dash. But Mario Kart 8 definitely for the racing part of it definitely looks very impressive. The tracks look gorgeous, the graphics are amazing. It looks very, very impressive.
I would hope so, because apparently that's all there is now. Fuck battle.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is now you can't play battle mode, which was awesome. I loved battle mode. I played it all the time with my sisters. We'd play Luigi's Mansion or the GameCube map.
That
The one
takes.
thing that does suck, though, is, as it's been pointed out, unfortunately, this Mario Kart will probably be the lowest selling in the history of the franchise just because the install base of the Wii U is garbage.
Yeah, it's if it continues to trend the way it is, it's going to sell less than the current worst-selling Mario Kart, which is the Game Boy Advance version.
And that one was pretty terrible.
Game Boy Advance one was good.
It was okay.
Mostly what sucked about it was just the maps you had.
It was.
It was all like the NES maps. You didn't have any. There was nothing 3D.
Yeah, that's a great game right there. That Mario Kart NES.
Well, fuck you. Whichever one it was.
Super Nintendo.
Super Nintendo. But that's but like all the maps were done like that. They were all just 2D maps, and kind of stuff. But that's what made the DS version so great, because they brought back some of the best N64 maps, and gave you some good new ones, a lot of crappy new ones.
Yeah.
Basically, they should have just ported the entire N64 version to the DS.
Like they did it with every other N64 game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
pretty much.
I said, will it save the Wii U? I think it's going to give the Wii U a huge sales boost. Smash is coming out too. I think the Wii U is going to do a lot better this year than it has, ever before. But I don't think it's going to be enough to. It's not going to be enough to save it and turn it into a legitimate third console. It will just continue to just be the Nintendo console for Nintendo games, and that'll be it.
It's basically just going to be another GameCube.
Yeah, unfortunately.
No, the GameCube was affordable.
Yeah, they still need to drop the price of the Wii U again.
Yeah.
It's still a bit overpriced for what you get.
Something about the gamepad.
Yeah. See, now Microsoft is taking away the Kinect from the Xbox One, so now we can have the Wii U without the gamepad.
That'll lower the price down by 100.
At least.
So I guess Nintendo is going to dedicate 90 minutes to the 3DS at E3?
Majora's Mask 3D,
There is a
please.
new game coming out. No one knows what it is. They're going to spend 90 minutes on it.
On just one game?
Now, the only thing I can think to myself is, why do I give a shit unless it's like Pokemon World, which that won't happen on a freaking handheld anyway.
But you're saying they're gonna spend 90 minutes on one game?
Apparently.
So, it's a game so big that you can't tell everything about it in 90 minutes. Which kind of piques your interest a bit.
I just don't see what could possibly fit that category. Not on the 3DS. Maybe something for the Wii U. That would have been smart.
Maybe it's a free-to-play MMO.
Oh yeah, Nintendo will hold 2 developer discussions at E3 2014. One to discuss Super Smash Bros. And the other to discuss a new game for the Nintendo 3DS.
Majora's Mask 3D.
Metroid.
It does say game, just one specific game.
Oh.
Metroid Hunters 2.
I mean,
It's too soon for another Zelda game. We already know about the new Pokemon remakes.
and it wouldn't be Pokemon anyway because they've never spent more than 10 minutes talking about a Pokemon game before it comes out.
That's because you cover everything new.
That was proved by what everybody freaked out about with Pokemon Sunday. And what did we get? 10 seconds!
Yep.
Which I knew was going to happen, but I felt like being nice and letting everybody think they were going to get something more than that. In hindsight, I probably should have told them that this is not worth your time, move along.
They would have ignored you anyways.
Probably. I mean, you know, I've been a Pokemon fan for a really long time. I've followed all the news of the games for a long time. I've learned over the years the only place we get information on new Pokemon games is CoroCoro. Nothing else ever tells you anything, especially if Nintendo is in charge of it.
Maybe it's a prequel to X, the game for the Wii U. Or maybe they're just recording X.
I was gonna say it could be that Pokemon fighting game, but that's for the Wii U.
Maybe they're bringing back Mega Man Battle Network.
Yes, Mega Man Battle Network exclusively on the 3DS.
That would involve Capcom doing something intelligent.
That would involve Capcom doing something with Mega Man.
Both of which are impossible, therefore that can't happen.
Right.
I know what it is. They're gonna port Star Fox again to the 3DS.
Star Fox Adventure on the 3DS.
Well, how can you talk about that for 90 minutes? That's like a 1 minute right there.
They're gonna add music features. I'm gonna go kill myself now for saying that.
What the hell could this be? I don't get it. I really.
Nintendo Music for the 3DS. Touch the screen.
I will break my 3DS.
Yes, it's going to be a 90-minute live demo of Nintendo Music for the 3DS.
No, it's gonna be the Donkey Kong drum game. They're gonna port that.
Oh, Donkey, and it's gonna be an actual drum.
Yep. Aren't you excited for that, Victor? Donkey Kong drums on the 3DS.
Yeah, you know, I have 2 of them, so it's the 2 drums right there.
Oh, come on, Donkey Konga was awesome. It just didn't have any songs.
I remember when that game came out and being at Toys R Us and seeing this little kid beat those things to death on the demo station. Just banging the crap out of them. And, you know, the reason why he was banging them is because the game wouldn't register the hits, so he kept failing. And I think it wouldn't register the hits because he already broke them.
Yeah, they weren't exactly the most sensitive of buttons.
I remember one time at Best Buy and they had the drum set set up for Rock Band. Oh my God, there were holes through the thing. It was like, what have you people done with this?
Like
that's every PS4 setup I've seen where the rubber pads on the analog sticks are already half destroyed.
Or completely gone.
Yeah. Well, in 90 minutes to one game, I have no idea.
That's gonna be something interesting. Maybe.
Zelda and Samus are really the only things I can think of.
But Zelda's, like I said, it's way too soon for another Zelda, so it's gotta be.
But just an hour and a half dedicated to one game, I can't think of a single Nintendo franchise that they would actually donate 90 minutes to.
Maybe it's 2 of them. It's that Metroid Star Fox crossover.
No.
Ah.
God. Alright, let's stop talking about terrible Nintendo games. I think I'm going to throw up.
But there's so many to talk about.
Oh, I know, it's going to be a sequel to that stupid Yoshi Kirby yarn crap.
It's another M Portable.
Kirby's Epic Island.
Oh, God.
Okay, moving on.
Wait a minute.
From thinking about that. Microsoft had, we have rumors, we have speculation, and we have some official stuff. First, the official stuff, Xbox Live Gold will no longer be required for media applications, YouTube, Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, HBO Go, etc.
Welcome to 2005, Microsoft.
How did I forget about that?
I mean, personally, I never really had a problem with Microsoft charging for that because I figure, you know, those programs are available on frickin' everything. Most new TVs have them built in, you know, anyway. So, you know, it's unlikely that the 360 was your only way to access those. And if it was your only way to access them, you probably were paying for multiplayer anyway, so what was the problem? But regardless, it's still a good thing. For those people who bought Xbox Live and were not going to play multiplayer, you can apply for a refund to get refunded for however much Live is left on your current subscription. And obviously, you lose Live. You will no longer have Xbox Live Gold as you are being refunded. For the people that think that they can get free money and keep Xbox Live Gold.
There's people out there like that?
Yeah, and they're idiots.
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah, dude, I already read posts from people that work at Microsoft and saying they got 100 calls of people trying to do that within minutes.
Wow.
I'm not really surprised. I mean, ooh, Microsoft's offering free refunds. Ooh, let me go see if I can do this and keep Live. No, they're not that dumb.
Shouldn't you be at a McDonald's breaking your leg on purpose or something?
All right. So that was the first it was announced. So yeah. So all the media features are now free without that. All the game features, multiplayer, everything still requires it, and free to play or all MMOs or free to play games still require it because it is still considered multiplayer.
Which is different from PS Plus on the PS4.
The PS4 does not, and the same with the PS3. So like Elder Scrolls Online, for example, on the Xbox One, you will have to have both Xbox Live and the Elder Scrolls subscription, whereas on the PS4, you would just need the Elder Scrolls subscription. But for most of these games, it's unlikely that you would, you know, have an Xbox just to play that game. It's very unlikely, so I don't think that that's going to really affect that many people.
Yeah, considering most PCs can play Elder Scrolls Online.
Yeah, the majority of the people are just a lot of those games still they're played more on the PC. So we have Halo 5 was announced, which was kind of shocking that they announced it before E3.
Yeah.
The only thing I can think of is that they probably were convinced that they couldn't keep it a secret for 3 more weeks. Which, to be honest, they probably couldn't keep it a secret for 3 more weeks.
Yeah, I mean,
things that are supposedly being leaked from them now.
Yeah, I mean, during last week, supposedly everything at E3 was leaked. I mean, we'll find out in a couple weeks, but... So, Halo 5 Guardians, coming next year. Is
our Master Chief, apparently.
Well, we don't know. They're being very secretive about the story. It is called Master Chief's Next Journey, saying Halo 5 Guardians is bigger effort than Halo 4. That applies to the context and the scope of the game as well as the technology, and what's now a brand new and more powerful engine. Certainly there'll be more core elements carried over from prior games, but we've invested a huge effort in retooling our tech to take full advantage of the Xbox One's hardware and ecosystem. The game will run at 60 frames per second on dedicated servers, with the scope, features, and scale we've been dreaming of for more than a decade.
Is that 1080p?
Powered by a brand new engine.
That'll probably be 720.
I'm assuming with Halo, Microsoft's going to go out of their way to get that at 1080.
What? They didn't mention the resolution. They just mentioned the frame rate. That bugs me.
Because, well, most likely the resolution is not final because, you know, they're still most likely working on stuff. But that being said, it is Halo. It's the premier franchise. I'm assuming that Microsoft is going to go out of their way to try and make sure that it's 1080.
Otherwise, they will never live it down.
They better actually learn how to use their tech for that.
So we'll see what happens. And a lot of people thought that the artwork for the game, which brought a lot of questions very quickly. I'll go ahead and load it up here real quick. A lot of people automatically assumed that the other Spartan on the main screen, some people started saying that it was Cortana.
This is the blue helmet glow.
Yeah, and then the next thing was, oh, it's a female character. Both of those have now been shot down by 343. They've said it's not a girl, it's not Cortana. They're not saying what it is.
They're saying it's a dude.
Who the hell would say it's Cortana?
Because it's blue, so it's Cortana. All that they've said is that it's a new character. That is specifically what they've said, is that it's a new character.
I thought they said it was a new guy or a new dude.
Yeah, well, they said it's not a girl, so then
Well, it could be a robot or something, so it doesn't have a gender.
But it's very interesting because we do have the art here. We do have Master Chief on the bottom and this new character up here.
So yeah, why is Mr. Chief getting? He's one of the top man.
Very interesting kind of structures back there too.
He's been demoted to corporal.
I'm very curious about it, and I'm assuming at E3 we'll most likely get a trailer. I think they just decided to announce it now because they knew it was going to end up being leaked.
Oh wait, I just figured it out. Blue light. Clearly, it's going to PS4 also.
Wow.
You should post that somewhere.
In addition to that, there is a rumor called the Halo Master Chief Collection. This will be a release for the Xbox One that is going to include Halo 1, 2, 3, and 4. It will not include the spin-offs, ODST and Reach, and it will include HD remakes or updates for all the versions of the game. Most likely for Halo 1, this would just be an up in frame rate and resolution, because the Anniversary Edition was already done for that. Halo 2 will most likely get the same treatment as the original Halo did. And then 3 and 4 basically already look pretty good as is, so I would expect them just to maybe get a resolution and frame rate up. No real reason to go redo all those textures because they already look pretty good as is. Maybe just give them a little touching up to, look better on the higher resolution.
Add more.
But this is a rumor. This is a rumor, though. This is not confirmed.
Though that would make Halo to be ported to 2 new consoles.
As someone really
to the 360, and then it would get ported to the Xbox One.
True, but this time, according to this rumor, it wouldn't. It's not like it would be on its own. And the general assumption is that you would be getting all 4 of these games for the regular price of, 1. That's the assumption. But of course, we don't even know if this is true. Personally, I kind of don't think it is because I do believe that Halo 2 that a remake of Halo 2 is coming. But I kind of find porting them all to the Xbox One, including 3 and 4, this quickly, I find that one a little bit hard to believe. And if it really was that easy, why the hell did you never release them for the PC, you bastards? 7 years after Halo 3 came out, it's still not out for the PC.
See, I wouldn't completely be against that, but at the same time, I feel like that would be the definitive start of 343 just whoring out Halo.
Well, the Halo 1 Anniversary I don't think was done by 343. I think it was done by somebody else.
Yeah, I think you're right.
343.
Combat Evolved Anniversary.
$343 right on the box.
Yeah, well, because 343 owns the rights to it now.
I don't think they own the rights.
Well, Microsoft does, but 343 is the head Halo developer now. They're in charge of everything.
Right.
All right, from the looks of it, 343 did do it with help from 2 other companies.
Whatever. This is the only Halo game that matters right here.
So I guess they did combat. I guess they did that while they were working on Halo 4. I guess. Anyway, it should be a very interesting time for Halo. One thing that was leaked was that it's very unlikely that we won't see anything from Gears of War. at E3 that they are still in prototyping and concept stages, which makes sense because they just bought the rights, what, 6 months ago? It hasn't even been that long.
Just let it die.
No, hey, so they supposedly said that now that they own the rights to Gears of War, it allows them much more freedom to be creative with the license.
Well, considering Epic basically destroyed the franchise with 3 and Judgment, fuck it. I'll take anything at this point.
The people left for a reason. They have Rod back, wonderful, but I don't know. I just don't. I don't see it.
The thing is, we don't know what happened behind the scenes at Epic. We don't know. And because of that, we don't know if this is a good thing or if this is a bad thing. I'm tempted to say that it's a good thing, and Rod being there will be a good thing.
Yes.
Obviously, we gotta wait and see what actually comes from it, but considering 3 and Judgment, I don't think we can get worse.
You never know.
Now, if Activision bought it, yes, we could get worse. Or Ubisoft. But they would just never get it out.
No, Ubisoft would turn it into Far Cry or Assassin's Creed or Watchdogs, which are starting to blur together.
If either one picked it up, it'd become a yearly franchise.
What else is new? So then the biggest Microsoft news was a $3.99 version of the Xbox One with no Kinect.
Finally.
To be launched on June 9th.
So, once again, we have a 180.
Well, I think we're at like 960
Most likely the decision was made with the new change in leadership, as it's been very obvious with the complete change in Microsoft's leadership all the way from the top to the Xbox division. A lot of changes have been happening, and they're all for the better. I was still shocked to hear that this happened, but
they're basically waving a white flag with the Kinect. The Kinect is essentially dead now, again.
Good.
Unfortunately, it basically, at least as far as gaming goes, yeah, it basically is. And one of the head of the Xbox division also mentioned in an interview about it. He said that down the road they could possibly add the Kinect voice features to work with the default headset, so you could just say the things into the headset. And because they could possibly open up more processor power for games, because if the Kinect isn't, required and isn't attached, it's not requiring the processor power that it needs. Now, these are hypotheticals, and if they were going to happen, they are very, very far away, but
Well, sure.
it is possible.
I thought the Kinect had its own linguistic processor.
It did, but it did take some of the console's processing power as well to work.
Oh.
So I don't necessarily know how much of a bump it would be. I don't think it would be, a big enough bump to make huge changes.
Yeah, you're not going to get 4K anytime soon.
Oh, no. But, it might be enough. It might be enough to make some minor, some minor, additions to certain games. But again, he made it very clear these are hypotheticals, things that, could happen way down the road. One other thing, though, is that the separate Kinect is actually very far away. It is not coming until the fall. So if you decide to buy the Xbox One with no Kinect and then you change your mind, you're waiting a while. Unless you can go find a Kinect to go buy on Craigslist or GameStop, but I don't think GameStop takes it.
I feel that pawn shops and GameStops now are going to start getting flooded with Kinect units.
Assuming that GameStop is taking them, but I'm sure there's lots of people on Craigslist that are always trying to sell the Kinect. Though, of course, there hasn't been anybody really willing to buy it, but now that people can buy it separately, there might be some people willing. We do not have a price for the separate Kinect this fall. Most likely, it will be between $120 and $150.
Sounds about right.
A lot of people are saying it's going to be $100. It won't. That doesn't make any sense. Why would they sell it for $500 bundled and then $500 separately? That's not how that situation works.
Nope.
If you're going to sell something separately and bundle it, it costs more to get it separately.
Yeah, that's how hardware sales and profit work.
At minimum, it's going to be $120. My money's on like $130. But it easily could be as high as $150 because that's what the original Kinect originally sold for.
Because Microsoft, $150. That's my guess.
I wouldn't be surprised at all. That'd be my max. I don't think you'll see it a cent over $150.
It'll be $150, and it will come with that new Harmonix game, the Fantasia, whatever it is.
Oh yeah, it'd probably come with a game.
Yeah, like the bundle.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at all if it came with a game, because that also would then be a selling point.
Kinect Sports is, if that's even out.
Kinect Sports Rivals is terrible.
All Kinect Sports titles are terrible.
No, the original one was good.
The original one had
Bowling,
bowling. But the bowling game is
great, and Dan and Jeremy had tons of fun on the volleyball.
Yeah,
They weren't complaining about it not working.
Oh, they can shut up. It worked good enough. It worked good enough to make it really funny. Let's put it that way.
Something that costs over $100, you should not be saying good enough to.
But also, you know, we were also using the original Kinect, and we were using it in rooms that weren't big enough for it.
Well, that's because the thing need a freaking basketball field to play with it.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I still to this day I've not actually had a chance to actually use the new Kinect, so I have no idea how much better it is. I look forward to using it one day.
I've heard a lot of people say that it's better, but it's still not quite. I mean, it varies from person to person, but it still doesn't seem like it's quite good enough.
I don't know. Some people say it's worse than the original, and I'm like, you're out of your damn mind. There's no way in hell it's worse than the original.
Well, yeah.
That's just people being retarded. But in all fairness, I mean, I would hope it's better, everything considered. But if that Angry Joe review is any indication of anything, I am not interested in the least bit.
Well, yeah, like the reviews of Kinect Sports Rivals sounds like the exact same complaints from the original Kinect Sports, where it's inaccurate, it gets weirded out if someone walks behind you, if a cat walks between your legs, it flips out. And basically, Kinect Sports Rivals and what was that other game? There's only like 2 games right now that actually require the Kinect. So obviously the developer.
You have mixed opinions too from like developers as to them being okay with the Kinectless one and not being okay with the Kinectless one for various reasons.
Well, they sure haven't done much with the Kinect. The odd voice command here and there.
Yeah, like, hey, Mass Effect 3, you can tell your teammates what to do. Oh, well, that's so much easier than pressing a single button that I can press in half a second.
And of course, I mean, the voice features, everybody has loved the voice features who has used them, but unfortunately it's not really enough to really sell the unit.
The only thing that actually did the Kinect good was in Skyrim being able to do dragon shouts. Like, being able to shout Fusro Da and have my character do it was pretty cool.
And then, of course, that was added from a mod that someone made for the PC version of the game.
First.
About 6 months earlier, with basic coding experience, that it took Bethesda, it took their people 6 months to figure out how he did it. And he open sourced it.
On the plus side, though, they released it for free, so I mean.
Yeah, sometimes Bethesda just. We try to help you, and then you just look at us like, well, we don't know, we don't understand.
They were too busy making.
We're using complex words like bug and fix. We don't understand that.
They're too busy making Elder Scrolls MMO.
Speaking of that, Calvin, how much does that suck? A few weeks in.
It's actually they've actually been doing a pretty good job. They've been doing very fast responses with fixing bugs, cleaning up issues, and the first add-on is going to be coming out in a week or so.
I've been hearing a lot of complaints about bots.
Yeah, bots are a problem, but they've actually been really fast at fixing them. Pretty much every exploit people were using with bots has been fixed in some way. To the point where now bots, yeah, they still gotta find ways to keep them out, but a bot really can't do anything. It can't farm gold, it can't get easy XP. You have to be a human playing the game to do anything worthwhile for your character.
Oh, that's good. So the last thing on Microsoft is Sunset Overdrive got a really, really cool trailer that I'd love to play, but all of our internet sucks, so it'll look terrible, so just go, look it up. Sunset Overdrive was announced at E3 last year. It looked kind of interesting, but we didn't really know much about it. After watching this gameplay trailer, this is the game that kind of makes me want to buy an Xbox One.
It looks like Dead Rising 2 on acid, if that's possible.
It's Dead Rising 2 plus it's basically a combination of Dead Rising, the parkour from Assassin's Creed and Titanfall, mixed with Saints Row. I mean, there is a gun called the TN Teddy that literally just shoots teddy bears with rockets attached to them. There is a trait that you can unlock that randomly causes nuclear explosions when you kill someone. It truly is. These developers, they just looked at every crazy shit that happened last gen and said, we're gonna one up everybody.
And it has next gen respawning.
Yes, it does. And for an example of that, here it is. This is one of the many respawns that is available. This is the phone booth respawn, as a reference to Bill and Ted.
There's a UFO respawn.
Unfortunately, there is no GIF of that, but here's the Portal respawn.
Am I the only one who looks at this game and thinks Jet Grind Radio?
No.
What?
Jet Grind Radio.
Oh, yeah, the visual style is definitely very Jet Grind Radio.
So here's the Portal one. Let's see, what's this one? This is you jump off a rocket ship. This is the Mummy one.
Oh, nice.
And this is one of my favorite ones right here. The zombies just throw you out of a truck.
Okay.
These are the guys that you're killing the entire game, and it's like, they just killed you, but we're just going to throw you out of a truck. And these are real respawns. This is, if you die, you get one of these random respawn events, and I think it's awesome.
So dying isn't so bad now. I kind of want to die.
Yeah, and I mean, they said there's dozens and dozens of them.
When you get dropped out of a UFO.
It looks so much fun. And I think it's great because this is a game where when you die, you're not going to be that upset because it's like, ooh, what respawn am I going to see? It's like, oh, damn, I already saw that one.
Oh,
Insomniac has to come back after the past few lackluster games they put out. So why not something to help sell the Xbox One? Because this is Xbox One exclusive, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. It is.
Though I'm not sure if it's a timed exclusive or if it's an exclusive.
Oh, I found the UFO one.
But considering that their last game was Fuse, which was supposed to be this, but then they turned it into gritty brown shooter.
Here's the UFO one.
Yeah, that kind of just died. Like, that didn't actually become a thing, did it?
No, Fuse was supposed to be like... It looked very much like a Borderlands clone. Four-player, cel-shaded, very over-the-top, comedy, first-person shooter.
Right. Nathan and I were talking about that. I was like, okay, this could be good. What the hell happened to it?
Yeah, and then it became a gritty brown 4-player co-op sci-fi military shooter, and it came out, no one cared, and everyone forgot about it.
So a lot of what I've read about that, supposedly a lot of the blame is tossed on EA.
What a surprise.
I mean, we don't know the truth, but supposedly EA kind of made them change the whole art direction, which is then what changed it.
So it's Gears of War without the name. It's all gritty, has like 2 colors.
Except even more generic.
Yeah. So now Sunset Overdrive, on the other hand, Insomniac is developing it, but the publisher is Microsoft. And one thing Microsoft has been very good is when they publish a game, they've had some control over Halo because Halo they've owned, but anything that they don't specifically own, they kind of let the developers pretty much do whatever the hell they want. And it definitely looks that way from this, and it looks awesome.
This is the game that Fuse was supposed to be.
Pretty much.
So, here's my question. Why do you need crystal meth when you have games like these?
That is a good point.
I mean, they're better examples. Yes.
It has been confirmed that Sunset Overdrive will have a co-op mode in addition to its single player. So it's not drop-in, drop-out co-op with the campaign. There is an additional co-op mode. Details will be coming later. The game is supposed to launch this fall, so maybe we'll look out and we'll get some details at E3. But I'm very excited for this game, and with this and a lot of the other things that Microsoft's been doing, I may actually go buy a next-gen console this year. I may.
That's pretty amazing considering a few months back you were never PC Master Race.
Well, I mean, I probably have to buy a new phone. I have to buy a smartwatch before the new console, so I probably won't have the money to buy one, but we'll see what happens. Plus, also, I have to go spend $1,000 upgrading my computer again, and it's cheaper to buy both consoles. Thank you, Ubisoft.
This is the man that has no money, so Nathan 180s just as much as they do. You should go work there. I stand by this statement.
Yeah, they love you.
Yeah, I have no money. It's sad, actually. Anyway.
Prostitution's always an option, Nathan.
I know. I'll whore myself out for a job. Alright, anyway. One last thing that was announced that, we did forget about. New Unreal Tournament is official. It will be 100% free. Not free to play, 100% free. And here's the real kicker here that is very, very unique about this, and I'm actually in the process of writing up an article about it. The entire game is essentially going to be open source. The development of the game is going to be put on Epic's GitHub, and anyone who pays for the license for Unreal Engine 4, which is very cheap now, it's only like $15 a month or something like that, or 30 or something. Calvin, how much was it? Like 15 or 30 a month, something like that. It wasn't expensive.
Oh man.
I come to you, man, and you don't got me an answer. I'm disappointed.
I am sorry. I have been busy. Okay, it's let me just.
Okay, it is $19 per month. So if you pay the $19 per month fee for the Unreal Engine 4, you will have access to the Unreal Tournament GitHub, and you can actually make changes to it and put them up for review by Epic. If you don't have that, they will have an official feedback form where you'll be able to toss out your ideas, anything. So essentially, this is going to be the first game that basically the game itself is crowdsourced. Epic is still going to be making the final code and all the final decisions, but the individual players will be able to, if some player finds a bug and they know how to code, they can go in and fix it. If a player decides they want to add something, they can go ahead and do that.
Like me.
This is, in my opinion, amazing, and I hope that this is the first step to the future of all multiplayer gaming. And I'm going to go into more details on that in the article, but essentially, we have the possibility of having the first bug-free game when it eventually hits final release in, 2 decades?
Someone will always find a bug.
Oh, I mean, for sure, but
there won't be
you're going to have thousands of people essentially working on this.
Yeah, all common bugs should be found and fixed before release.
And now let's think of it. Look at games like the Bethesda games, and even look at games like Call of Duty and Battlefield. Look at when the majority of their bugs are found. After launch. Why are they found after launch? Because instead of 10 people playtesting it, you have 10,000 people playtesting it.
Well, that's kind of a low number.
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, man, most likely, hopefully, you're looking at 10 million people, but, depends on the game.
And how many people are actually going to be going and submitting these bugs or attempting to fix these bugs, too?
Now, here with Unreal Tournament, which they are going to put this out in the alpha stage, and you'll be able to download it in the alpha stage and continuously get updates to it straight through beta, straight till final release. And because of this, I mean, with all that time, with people being able to play, people will find bugs, report them, they'll get fixed. I think this is the best thing to happen to gaming in a decade. I think this is going to be amazing. And on top of that, there will be full modding support for the game built in from day one. They did say that it might not be ready for the alpha because they, have other things to focus on. But from day one, they are planning full mod support like the previous games had. Hopefully it works a lot better than Unreal Tournament 3. But obviously, because this game is being built essentially for PC gamers and by PC gamers, I find it unlikely that we're going to get a lot of the port bullshit that was in 3, because anytime they try to do that, someone's just going to write all new code to make it the way it should be on the PC. Like, if they put some crappy console menu in there, I guarantee you, give it 2-3 days, someone will write up an entire PC menu system and it'll be there.
See, in a small scope, this makes Unreal Tournament relevant again and not a joke, because we all know what the last thing was. And a bigger scope is basically what you were talking about, and I feel like is going to be in this article, which, if it's anything like the Titanfall review, it's going to get lost in cyberspace and nobody will see it.
I hope to actually finish this one. I'm very excited. Some other things that did come out. A couple of the original composers, they posted on the Epic forum saying, hey, we did the music. We wouldn't mind coming back. Somebody from Epic said, oh yeah, we'd love to have you back. Send us an email. So we're going to have some of the original composers from the original Unreal Tournament back, and that's awesome.
Which my expression was hell fucking yes.
And lastly, modders will be able to sell their content in a store once the game finally launches. Now, this is a can, not a have to. So essentially, my thought is that they're going to run this like an app store. If you sell it, Epic is probably going to take a percentage of what you make.
Oh, definitely. That's pretty much guaranteed.
And
wait, what? I missed that.
Okay, so Epic has said that when the game finally launches, modders will be able to sell their mods on a store built into the game. So, like, if I make a map, I can go sell it for like $5 if I want.
Like,
they're charging for that.
So most likely, like the app stores, like the Apple iStore, Google Play, Epic will take a cut off of your profits if you're selling it on the store. If you're putting up for free, obviously they're not going to take anything.
That's how they'll profit off of the game and afford to make it free for everyone.
The other option is that they charge you to put stuff on the store. that they would just charge you a set fee to put stuff on the store, and they wouldn't take any percentages.
I think they would lose out if they did that, because if you put a million download mod up and only paid, $50 to put it up, they just lost.
Yeah, they would make more money off the percentages, and the percentages, and if they did that up front, a lot of free mods would never go on it, and we would just have like an Unreal Tournament Nexus or something like that. People wouldn't use it if they had to pay to put free mods up.
Right.
So if they put a mod for a UT3 level, do they lose money?
I mean, I'm kind of excited about the fact of that, but I also worry that there may be some people that try to be douchebags. And I mean, okay, so the game's free. I don't have to pay $60 for the game, but if I have to spend $120 on mods, I'm gonna be a little pissed.
Douchebags in the gaming industry? No way.
We'll have to wait and see what happens. I mean, this is probably 2 years away, to the point where we have to start worrying about that. But it is something cool, and but it also does bring some things because you can sell modded content if you made it all yourself. But as with Unreal Tournament, a lot of people sometimes they'll port guns or models from other games. For example, Unreal Tournament 2004, I have a mod that adds everything from Halo 2 into the game, and things like that. Those would not be able to be uploaded on any official store because it's ports and it's illegal.
Yeah.
Essentially. So, I kind of wonder, what they're gonna do. I kind of wonder what they're going to do with that, if they're going to, have any protections in there to stop things like that. But, of course, this is the last thing that's going to be done, and it's a long ways away.
And I have one thing to say real quick. If you go to my site, you can pre-order my nude mod for Unreal Tournament.
Oh, God, I swear, if I see a Steam greenlight for a mod for Unreal Tournament.
Do that. Someone is already selling a physical copy of an early access game.
I saw that, and I kind of wanted to blow up the planet. I swear, every day between Steam and YouTube, I want to build a rocket ship and leave the planet and never come back.
Of course, this wasn't the first time that a unfinished game was sold at retail. See Battlefield 4.
Ain't that the truth?
That's going to be a punchline until Battlefield 5 becomes a new punchline.
It's just, YouTube and Steam Greenlight are ruining the world.
The Steam Early Access, I think, is doing worse.
And I said every time, as soon as I read another article about a crappy game on Greenlight and Early Access, and another, press, rape the like button, just this.
I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
That's how you use YouTube properly, people.
And I complained about YouTube with using YouTube.
Yes. Yes, you did.
Arnold Schwarzenegger T-800, you are our only hope.
We have the ideas. Someone make it happen.
So, I think that wraps up tonight's podcast. We're going to go cry in a corner now. Feel free to join us later or rape the like button.
Die, YouTube.
Or you can use the subscribe button instead. That works too.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.